Kenny Shaw, I don't know, Florida State fans in the room, Dr. Phillips fans in the room, football fans in general in the room should know Kenny. He went to local kid, won a national championship. I'm going to zoom ahead a little bit. He won. That's him holding the trophy. Okay, that's a good shot to have. Anyway, Kenny's with us this morning. Hey, Kenny.
How you doing? This is Rand.
Well, thank you for joining us this morning. I think first, how's your golf game going?
I'm not gonna lie, because my girl back there and she see me on camera swinging, so it's a humbling thing, but it's gonna get better.
Kenny, I got 40 videos on my phone of you swinging. You're just lucky I didn't put one in here. It's part of the thing.
I'm just working on connecting right now. That's it.
And I love this picture. Every time I think of you, this is what I think of. What does it feel like to stand there and hold I guess it's a BCS championship trophy? What's it feel like to stand there hold a national championship trophy?
Honestly, it feel like a lot of the work that I would never go back and do again. The fourth quarter drills, the camps, it was all worth it. And it was one of those surreal moments where it's you come in with a group of guys in 2010, and each year you progress and you get to a point where it's like you lock in with the seniors and you say, let's do it. And once you finally do it, it's one of those things that you can't come back from. And I've been 10 years out now, and I go to the games and my girl, she'll be like, they still love you? I said, I don't get it, but yeah, it's one of those moments where you just, as you get older and I just jumped into fatherhood, and it's something I can tell my son who's back there. And by the way, get off track. Can y'all sing happy birthday to my son? It's his first birthday. So
of course, you didn't tell me it was his birthday. Yeah, we can.
I guess in 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kane. Happy birthday to you.
Kenny, when I asked you to do this on your son's first birthday, you could have said no.
His birthday is the 16th, but his parents who just get it.
Close enough. It's close enough. It's close enough. I think it counts. So, what I guess we saw a little bit of work with Shaw's Raw Camp and what you've been doing there, but just give us a little sense of what you've been up to the last few years and what's the life of Kenny Shaw like now?
Past few years, how this whole foundation started, 2019, and she remembers this, my girl. I decided to go back to school, finish up my 12 hours. My grandma was, excuse my language, she was on my butt about going back in my degree. And each off season, I was like, man, I want to enjoy myself, Grandma. But I finally went back in 2019. And as I was on campus, it just felt right to kind of give back to my alma mater. So as I had some downtime, I would go in the study room with the receivers. I would go do some route sessions with the receivers and Blackman at the time. And I found a liking to it. Never thought I would coach in my life, but that's life. Things form naturally. So as I got back from Canada, I kind of told my general manager at the time, I was in CFL, and I told him I wasn't really in the football mentality. My off season was in school. It was very tough, but I did it. So as I got back to Orlando, I jumped into coaching, and as I was figuring out coaching, it was one of those things where, I kind of wanted to do my own thing as far as developing, as far as attacking the mental health of the kids who I would like to get my hands on. So that's how the Raw Foundation and Shaw's Raw, it started my sophomore year in college. I woke up and something was trending on YouTube. A Shaw's Raw thing it had like 2 million views, and I didn't know anything about it. So as I transpired to adulthood, I said, let me build something from the younger times. So Raw is a resilient athlete worldwide, and I just chose resilient because we all go through things in life, but we got to figure out that next door, and we can do it with a team of guys. And I think that's one thing I learned in sports in general. If everybody locks in, and I'm learning that in business. If you have a good team, everybody locks in, everybody got the same mission at the end of the day, you can do some numbers. So my first camp I started at Dr. Phillips, and a lot of the Orlando community were, it wasn't just Florida State guys. I invited Dak Prescott, and the whole city was like, Kenny, how the hell do you know Dak? And, but the football world, like I said, it is small, and, we all got the same goals. We got the same mentality, but I met Dak and Tom Shaw training out at Wild Water Sports. And so my first camp, I invited over 50 NFL guys that I came into terms in my life with. I invited some media people, and after that, it just started rolling fast on me. So nowadays I'm working with the mental health aspect, education. I'm working on just things that I came across of stuff that my team thinks that is good for the kids, because, they hold the key to the future if we've been honest with ourselves as adults. So why not be honest with them now, and why not give them some things that, we wasn't given? So that's kind of where I come into play, and I'm enjoying it. I didn't think so. I told her when we found out about Kane back there, I told her, I cried a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. Men, it's all right to cry, men. But it was an uncomfortable step for me, because I started playing ball at 10 years old. And, when it got to the time that I found out about little man, it was one of those times I said, I can't be away for 8 months, out the year. And that's kind of where I really started loving what I'm doing now. Like Sam said, I'm trying to golf. I just went to my first cowboy event. I bought some cowboy boots for the cows and calves. I'm just meeting some cool people in the midst of it, and that's the goal, because I as I'm becoming a father, I'm realizing that they watch us, and I'm still struggling right now, but I'm a master. So
when you're working with the kids at these camps, you've had a few of them now. What's the typical feedback that you're getting from them, or from their parents, or from even the coaches who are involved? I'd imagine that they feel very fulfilled by what you're putting out there, especially with the talent of the guys you got coming in to coach.
Well, according to my girl back there, she say if I did accept everything that the parents wanted me to do, I'll be the busiest man in America. But so, which is a good thing. I enjoy good feedback, but I also enjoy just being honest with the parents and coaches, because sometimes older coach can learn from a younger coach, and vice versa. And I just always like to learn something new every day. So when it comes down to business, developing athletes, I try not to approach them all the same. And that's one thing I learned with playing ball. With my first receiver coach, Coach Dawsey at Florida State, he knew how to operate with different guys, because some guys can take yelling. Some guys, you got to pull them to the side because he might flip a table. You got to decipher which one. And I'm one of those, I guess, player coaches who, I people watch. So when it comes down to development, I know how to attack each and every one individual, no matter what his background. And I didn't mention this, but outside of football, I really love my foster kid camp that I do. And it's one of those things, like I said, it was random, but, at my camp, a Florida State alum, her name is Kat and Tina. They are the head of DCF of of Orange County and Volusia and Seminole. And that's how we kind of talk and got some energy together. And we did 3 camps of those. So it's more than football.
No, that's fantastic. And we'll send out more information too in Scout newsletter this week about all Kenny's involved in. Real quick, before I'll give Andrea all the hard questions about the ACC. But Florida State's playing all right now.
Damn right.
They had a pretty good game against Miami. They've had a pretty good game this weekend. How you feel about the Noles?
I feel good. It feels like one of those things where, being Jimbo Fisher's first class in 2010, it was one of those things where, the fans got spoiled a little bit with Bobby Bowden. So when it came to Jimbo, it was like a lot of people was teetering in and out. And you get it. We like to see wins. And I feel like the more I'm getting to know this Norvell guy, and he texted so fast. I never met a head coach that texts you back so fast. But just meeting him and being around him, that's him, and the energy he's bringing is in the right direction. I feel like this Florida State team we saw the past few years is way different than what we're seeing now. And I'm actually watching more football games now, which is surprises my girl. She didn't think I liked football before because I don't watch football on my off time, but now I'm hyped.
Well, we'll see how it goes against Florida in a couple weeks. But if the rate they're trending, they keep winning, we might just bring them to you. I don't know. We'll see. In any case, Kenny, thank you again for
Thank
joining
you.
us this morning. This is really great. And